Two of the most famous dishes in Thai cuisine, fried rice and tom yum. Why don't you try it? สวัสดีครับ and welcome back for another clip of Cook Thai with Mumu, where Thai home cooking is possible for anyone. I bet you have heard of tom yum before, but have you ever heard of tom yum fried rice? Yes, fried rice with tom yum, and that is exactly what we are going to be cooking today. Tom yum goong fried rice. In a sense, they have pretty much the same ingredients, but in this dish, we're going to be adding in the rice and don't cook it as a soup. As usual, I have all the ingredients in front of me here and also listed out what is essential and what is not. So I hope you're excited and let's go preparing it. I'll start with the most important thing of the dish, of course the rice, which is fried rice after all. And I have here the rice that I cooked from yesterday and I kept in the fridge overnight. For rice, what you want to do is basically just break them apart as much as possible. My rice now is very starchy, it sticks together very much, so I have to make the extra effort and try to spread them apart. I like to have garlic in this dish. It is a stir-frying dish anyways, and I'm going to use 1 clove of the garlic for this dish. You only need to do what you normally does with the garlic when you stir frying, so just peel and mince it. Chili is another optional thing. Chilli paste, as the name suggests, it has some chili in it. It is slightly spicy, not too much for me. So you can add more if you like spicy like I do, or not at all if you cannot handle the spiciness. You want to cut out and remove the stem and just cut it into smaller pieces, and I like to cut it in wedges so that it looks nicer. One last optional thing in the dish, this is straw mushroom. And this is stir frying and we want all the ingredients to be cooked at the same time. So I'm going to cut it into much smaller pieces than normal. For this big piece, I'm going to cut it into 6 pieces. Moving on for the herbs, we have now the galangal, Kaffir Lime Leaves and lemongrass. This is exactly the same as you would cook for tom yum. But the main difference for this dish versus tom yum soup is you want to cut these herbs into a much smaller pieces. You can actually eat them. You should check if you have the younger galangal or the much mature ones. The younger ones will have a less fibrous and it's less tough, so it's easier to chew on, that is. The more mature one is tougher, so it's harder to chew. Doesn't mean that you cannot eat it. Yes, you can, but it's just not as pleasant as the younger one. The one that I have here today is quite mature already, so I'm going to cut it into big slices. For galangal, I will use 5 to 6 slices, and that is approximately 15 grams. If you have the younger one, then you can reduce it to only 10 grams and cut it smaller. Next up is the lemongrass. For this thing, you want to slice it as thinly as possible. And I just removed slightly on top of this because it's quite mature already, it's dried out, so it's not as pleasant. I use almost the entire lemongrass, just a little bit left. This is about 8 grams. One last herb is the Kaffir Lime Leaves. I would only use 3 of these things, and what I would do is just tearing it up so that it becomes smaller pieces. Some people actually slice it and put it into the fried rice so that you can eat it up too. I personally don't like it that style. You just squeeze it a bit so that it will release some more flavor. The lime will give the sourness into the dish, and I usually use only 1 lime, but that totally depends on how big it is, but you should aim for about 2.5 tablespoons of the juice. One last thing before we start the cooking, the shrimp. For this dish, I would personally want to keep the heads, that's where the good stuffs are. And as usual, you will peel the shrimp out, but leave the tail, that will make it look nicer. I will also make the incision along the back of the shrimp so that it looks nicer when it's cooked. And lastly, because I'm keeping the head too, I want to trim out all of these ugly tentacles and the legs too. For stir frying, I'm going to use my carbon steel wok, but you can also use non-stick pan too. It is not as good because carbon steel wok will give you the aroma from the stir frying much better. It browns better too. Once your wok is hot, put in the shrimp, add a tablespoon or so of water, then use a lid to cover it up. This will help it cook easier. Steam until the water is all gone, then add 1 tablespoon of oil. Then give a quick stir fry so that it releases more fragrance. Since we are cooking the shrimp separately, we want to give a bit of flavor too. So add half a teaspoon of chili paste and half a teaspoon of fish sauce. I like to cook the shrimp separately so that I can control how much it will be cooked, but it obviously adds more process. So you can cook it with the rice too, just put it in before you put in the rice. When the shrimp is cooked to your liking, remove it first. Clean the wok and then put in 1.5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Then followed by chili and garlic. Stir fry until golden, then put in 1.5 tablespoons of chili paste. Break down the chili paste so that it won't have big clumps, then put in all the herbs. Give it a quick stir fry for about 30 seconds, then add in the mushroom. Now you can crank up the heat. Stir fry mushroom for about 30 seconds, then add in the rice. Try to break down the rice here so that it doesn't have any more big clumps. For seasoning, use 1.5 tablespoons of fish sauce, almost a teaspoon of sugar, then stir fry to mix all the sauce and give the fragrance to the rice. Cantonese calls it wok hei, I like to call it burnt flavor. Turn down the heat and add 2.5 tablespoons of lime juice. Right after that, turn off the heat. Give it a quick mix and then you're done. Plate it up with some extra vegetable as you like. And like always, if you find this video helpful, please do click like and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for my future video. I'll see you next time. สวัสดีครับ